Good evening and welcome to our garden. Baby and I are just out wandering the garden, and we haven't done a garden tour in a while, so I'll give you a brief update as far as what's going on in our garden. So we have some small watermelons forming. Some of the winter squash that I planted over here is doing well. My Minnesota midgets really never took off, so I doubt I'm going to get fruit from them this year. Beans, I thought I would get more beans from them, but the plants are looking great. My trellis is starting to fill in with beans, and I did rip out all of my pea plants, and I planted a shelling variety of beans on this side. I've got a couple ground cherry plants over here. It looks like there's a ground cherry ready to harvest. I have some fun Tromachino squashes, or zucchettas, so they're growing nice and long. Cucumbers are slowing down. This squash plant is doing excellent. All my tomatoes looking really good. We only have a slight yellowing on the bottom leaves on some of them. Most of my paste tomatoes, actually. Most of the other ones seem okay for right now. This is exciting. My first yellow pear tomato. Split a little bit, but it's okay. I harvested my first slicer tomato the other day. This is an early variety, but these ones will be ready any day now. My summer squash on this side, doing pretty well. Some have slowed down. And as you can see, my potatoes probably need harvesting. My sweet potatoes are growing slowly, but they are growing. Tons of fruit on my tomatillos. Oh, that one's huge. We've been harvesting Sun Gold tomatoes for a good week and a half, 2 weeks now. So exciting. We're finally in harvest season. My amaranth plants are flowering. We're just going to do some highlights of this garden. Broccoli is still producing. Oh, I need to harvest this guy, but still doing very well. Beets need to come up soon so I can do another planting of them. My peppers are killing it. So are my hot peppers. And we've been harvesting quite a few cucumbers from this cucumber pyramid. My lemon squash has taken over pretty much like maybe a sixth of the garden. But it's producing a ton. I've already picked maybe like 10 fruit off of the 4 plants here. So it's a good thing we like squash. Yeah. This bed over here, my cabbage and tomato row. Fantastic. Like, look at the color on those tomatoes. They're so pretty. My okra's been slowly producing for me, and actually the jalapenos I interplanted with actually have fruit on them, and I started these guys from seeds, so that's extra exciting. Kale, still killing it. Rutabagas continuing to get big. Carrots are going to come out too and have a replant. My squash, this one looks really sad because it needs a little water, but a couple of plants are actually doing very well. Eggplant actually has fruit on it. Look at that, so pretty. Last row is my calendula row and Malabar spinach. Both are doing amazing. Baby wants a flower. Here you go. Smells good, huh? Smell it. The Rose of Sharon is blooming and it's so pretty. We are at the pumpkin garden. You can kind of see my amaranth sprinkled around. I love it. And the pumpkins, lack of water has been a little tough on them, but we have some giant pumpkins in here. Let me find a couple. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. Because this area kind of got out of control, I haven't been able to check on my winter squash. And I don't know if we have any yet. The plants aren't doing fantastic. I can kind of tell which ones are pumpkin, which ones are winter squash. So if we get a couple, I'll be really happy. We have some beautiful flowers by Mary's Garden. All right, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining us on our garden tour. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye. Good job.